Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about how the concept of representations are applied to the film Crazy Rich Asian. The film follows Chinese-American Rachel Chu, who travels to Singapore with her boyfriend Nick Young to meet his family. Though they have been dating for some time, Rachel was not aware that Nick's family is very rich. For this project, I will conduct a representative analysis to decode the message that are being represented from the film Crazy Rich Asian. Usually, Asians are portrayed as regular worker, delivery man, or other kung fu fighter with little footage in US media. However, in this film Crazy Rich Asians, it actually shows how much power and wealth that an Asian can have in Hollywood media in terms of their representation. Here is an interesting scene where the cultural identity of Asian are challenged. According to this scene, the traditional stereotypical representation about the Asian race is challenged as there is a very handsome, non-nerdy and strong Asian male main character leading with a sexy, hot and outgoing female main character. The house they live in is very big and luxurious with many servants. The atmosphere around the house is outgoing and cheerful that challenge the innate reserved and quiet nature of Asian depicted on US media. Besides, the depiction of lively nature and the embodiment of power in these scenes are regarded as the first form of representations, which holds a symbolic meaning for Asian representation in US media. There are also many scenes that resonate the class representation of Asian in this film. Here is an example of scenes that has such representation.
There is a Hokkien phrase, kakilang. It means our own kind of people. And you're not our own kind.
Because I'm not rich? Because I didn't go to a British boarding school or I wasn't born into a wealthy family?
You're foreign, American, and all Americans think about is their own happiness.
From this scene, words such as belong to my own kind, or you are not our own kind, or foreigner rarely identify the social class difference between Nick mother and female main character. The way they dress up, their body language, and the way they speak to each other rarely differentiate their economic status. For example, Nick's mother always talked to Rachel with a condescending attitude, and her body language in these scenes is trying to implicitly deliver a message that she is superior both in terms of wealth and power. Rachel, however, always talked to Nick's mother with a respectful and obedient attitude, putting herself as someone who is lower in terms of her social class. Here is a scene that shows how Nick's mom somewhat represents Nick's decision for his marriage arrangement, as well as his responsibility for the family. By controlling and owning Nick's ideology, Nick's mom rarely wants to represent Nick for his marriage, or even his entire life.
Feelings pass, but our family.
It's always about our family. Everything I think and do is for our family. But why does it mean that I lose the person that makes me the happiest that I've ever been?
So there is clearly a second form of representation that are mediated in the film, Crazy Rich Asian. Lastly, sexual orientation in this film is normally represented since most characters, including Nick and Rachel, are straight, by behaving in a way that fits their traditional defined gender role. In conclusion, the film Crazy Rich Asian has given out a new way of representing Asian in the US media.